Arkansas. Most folks picture rolling hills, crystal lakes, maybe a plate of barbecue. But what if I told you the natural state hides stories so strange, so downright weird, that even locals can't quite explain them? So grab your seatbelt, because today we're diving into 5 of the strangest, weirdest places in Arkansas. And trust me, you'll want to stick around to the very end, because the last one, well, let's just say it might flip your whole world upside down. The White River Monster. In the town of Newport, along the White River, lives a creature locals lovingly call Whitey. Think of the Loch Ness Monster, but southern. Described as a 30-foot-long beast with spines on its back and flippers like an alligator, Whitey has been spotted for generations. Now here's where it gets really strange. The Arkansas state government actually passed a law creating the White River Monster Refuge. Yep, you heard that right. It is literally illegal to harm or harass Whitey when he's in the river. Why? Because people take this legend seriously. There are stories of Whitey overturning a Confederate gunboat during the Civil War. There are reports from fishermen who swear they've seen the creature rise from the water. And every year, Newport even has a little parade, with a giant Whitey leading the way. So tell me, if Arkansas lawmakers protect it by law, does that mean Whitey's real? Or is this just a town having fun with its favorite legend? Either way, Whitey has become a mascot. And honestly, I love the idea of a monster that's not scary, but celebrated. He's not a villain, he's practically a local celebrity. Bigfoot's southern cousin. Now let's talk about a legend so big it made it to Hollywood. Meet the Fouke monster, also called the Boggy Creek monster. Back in the 1970s, a small town called Fouke became famous when locals reported seeing a giant, 7-foot-tall, hairy creature with glowing red eyes wandering the swamp. One man claimed it even attacked him, said it wrapped an arm around his shoulder and left scratches on his back. The story spread so fast that in 1972, a movie was made, The Legend of Boggy Creek. It was a low-budget film, but it became a cult classic. To this day, people still visit Fouke hoping to spot the monster. Now, skeptics say it was all a hoax, maybe a bear, maybe some prankster in a costume. But the funny thing is, sightings go back even further, as far back as the 1940s, and locals still swear something big lurks in those swamps. So the suspense is this: could Bigfoot really have a southern cousin hiding in Arkansas? Or is it just a story that got out of control? Either way, Fouke has embraced the legend. You can buy t-shirts, visit monster-themed shops, and even attend festivals celebrating the creature. One thing's for sure. If you're driving through Fouke at night and hear something big splash in the water, you won't be hanging around to ask questions. The Gurdon Light. Picture this. You're walking down a stretch of abandoned railroad track near the small town of Gurdon. It's dead quiet. No cars, no houses, just trees, crickets, and darkness. Suddenly, a glowing light appears in the distance. Not a car, not a flashlight, just this eerie floating orb that seems to dance along the tracks. Here's the legend. Back in 1931, a railroad foreman named William McLean was murdered out here. Locals say his ghost never left, and the glowing orb, that's his lantern. Still searching for his missing head. Creepy, right? But here's the kicker. Scientists have studied it. Some say it's swamp gas. Others say it's quartz crystals under pressure releasing energy. But guess what? The light appears in rain, snow, and clear skies alike. And car headlights from the highway can't be seen here. So what do you believe? A ghost still pacing the tracks? Or science that hasn't quite caught up? Amalu's Bridge. Here's a question to get you curious. What would you do if a stranger appeared on a deserted road, yelling for her baby? At Wolf Bayou Bridge, called Mamalu's Bridge, legend warns you might actually see a ghost. The story goes that long ago, a distraught mother, nicknamed Mamalu, drove her car off the bridge with her newborn baby, and both drowned. Ever since, locals say her spirit haunts the spot. If you visit at night and call out, "Mamalu, I have your baby," strange things are said to happen. According to one news feature, if you go there late at night and holler, Mama Lou, I have your baby. 3 times on that bridge, you just might have car trouble. And you might even see a woman in white looking for her baby. Imagine the scene. You're alone on a dark road, headlights off, whispering the name on a wind. Mama Lou, Mama Lou. The folklore says that's all you need to call her spirit. Reportedly, visitors have even filmed mysterious flickers or heard faint cries. Of course, skeptics say it's an old wives' tale meant to spook kids. But whether ghostly mom or just superstition, one thing's for sure. Nobody goes to Mama Lou's bridge after midnight for fun. Ever wondered what happens if you dare to shout Mama Lou's name at the bridge? Pivot rock. Imagine hiking through the Ozarks and stumbling on a giant rock, balanced upside down. That's pivot rock, a 12-foot sandstone boulder perched on a tiny base, like a pyramid flipped on its head. It looks like gravity forgot the rules. Geologists say erosion shaped it over millions of years. But local legends add some flair. Some say outlaw Jesse James once hid near Pivot Rock after a robbery, using the odd landscape to cover his tracks. Whether that's true or not, Pivot Rock became so famous that it was once featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not. Tourists have been visiting for over 100 years, marveling at how something so heavy could balance so delicately. And here's the fun question. Is it just a rock? Or a reminder that sometimes nature is stranger than fiction? One thing's certain, standing beneath it makes you feel like the whole world is a little upside down. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these weird places surprised you the most? Would you dare to shout Mama Lou's name on that bridge? Or maybe you're more of a White River Monster fan? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. Subscribe for more strange and curious stories, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our next adventure. Until then, stay curious, stay adventurous, and maybe keep a flashlight handy next time you're out after dark.